Hi, I'm just answering the Q&A that we set up last week actually, and I've got some questions and I want to give the answers. So first of all, I want to say hi to Charlotte, Georgia, and Eden. Okay, they're my big highs for today. Anyway, I'm going to get ahead with this question so we get finished in 3 minutes because if not, it's going to take me forever. The first question I was asked was, how would I get into writing and hopefully publish a book myself? There are so many different ways nowadays that anybody can sort of approach the publishing industry on their own. So you can self-publish if you want. If your dream is to be published through a mainstream publisher, then you're going to need an agent. My advice would be take 2 or 3 authors that you really, really love, find out who represents them, and do some research on them. When you've got your manuscript finished, trust me, it's not finished unless you've had it edited or copy edited, or you've had 2 or 3 people go through it with you. So make sure that your work is completely polished before you send it to your first agent, because they are like gold dust, and you want to make sure that the people that you approach, when you've approached them with the best quality work that you can possibly get. That would be my first sort of way of approaching it. Get the best that you can possibly do, get it checked by someone who knows what they're talking about, take their critique on board, do it again, proofread, copy edit, do it again. And I'm only telling you because these are things that I believe I should have done, which I never did. And then start approaching people that you think represent people that you like or work in a way that you like. Don't send a romance to someone who represents sci-fi. They really do hate it. Okay, next question. Any more Valangar? Now, Valangar are evil twins that appeared in the second book, in the Turncoats. And I promise that the Valangar will be back before we're finished. That's my promise to you. Before the end of book 6, you will see the Valangar again. Does everybody understand BB-8? I had this debate with someone the other day about why does everybody understand BB-8 all of a sudden. They were like, oh, well, it's 30 years in the future and everybody understands droid. So that's my answer to that one. The person told me it's 30 years in the future and everybody understands droid. Really? Okay, whatever. Will Val ever get a relationship, or is she more concerned with saving the galaxy? Is Sam even single? Val will have a relationship. She will have a relationship with someone who's already been mentioned in the book series. I'm not going to point fingers. Sam isn't single in his mind. In his mind, he's never been single. So I'll leave that up to interpretation. How did Val and Delta meet? They met when Mike was building Delta's parents' house, and Val was just going around with him in the summer holidays, and they just sort of hit it off in the best possible way. Not a word. Was Val always going to be an only child? Good question. More to be heard later on, but she was an only child in both senses. She was an only child. So if you know the books, you'll understand what that means. None of my characters will resort to using Tinder, but I think Zach would enjoy the experience. What's the most trouble Val's gotten into at school? She didn't really get into trouble at school. Probably it would be something like... no, I can't imagine her getting into trouble. No, she's not the type. No, sorry. Also, does she have any cousins? Obviously, aunts and uncles. She has Uncle Julian, who's the doctor in the story, and Uncle Matthew, who are my brothers, so I threw them in there. The list of aunts and uncles is endless, and cousins is endless, but I will post something about that another day. What do you reckon Zach's views on Donald Trump are? Considering Zach comes from the prison, I would imagine he probably understands Donald. However, he would probably find him illogical. He doesn't make any sense on a military level to them, so they would probably want to arrest him and have him locked up for a very long time. Has Val ever had any pets, and why are there no pet mentioned? Because she's never had any pets. She would have liked a hamster, she would have liked a dog, she would have liked a cat, but through experience, they never gave her any pets. So that's your questions. I hope they're well answered. I'm going to go because it's nearly 5 minutes, and that's really, well, it's over 5 minutes now. That's a really long time for one of my videos. So thank you for the questions. Really appreciate it. Still working hard on book 5, and I will speak to you soon.